What's up, Cumstains? Got a game for you today between BaZa11 and tralmc04. This is a best of 3. Let's go to Hexler. This is a best of 3 series, and BaZa11 spawning as a yellow orc on the bottom right, and we got tralmc, the blue human, on the top left. This is Tyrannostand. This is going to be a decent fight, I believe, because these are two decent players on the United States East server. And we got a pretty typical opening here. Nothing weird, nothing fancy. It looks like it's by the book. I'm expecting to see an Archmage versus a Blade Master. If there's anything different, I would be really, really surprised. Now, I might be casting these games out of order, so I hope to God that, that this is in order. I think this is a best of 3. I got two maps here, 2 games for you. So we do have that Blade Master, and we do have the Archmage. Very typical stuff. We got a Footman coming out. We have a Scout coming over here. No Scout yet for Baza, but I'm not sure if he's just not planning on it. I think he's going to try to creep, but I don't think that's Baza's game. So I'm going to expect him to just rush over the map, do a little bit of damage to the Archmage, or try to get some peasant kills. Actually, for this map, this is a far map to go all the way across the map. I think he's going to creep. So the militia is scouting this. I think he tried to get in the way so he couldn't build that in the right location, which is a pretty decent, yeah, he tried to block, which isn't the greatest achievement on the planet, but he tried to block so the shop here would not be constructed in that location, but it didn't matter anyways because that Blade Master would be coming out. And he is going to try to get level 2. He's going to get the item here. He's hoping for a Slippers of Agility. Let's see what he gets. He gets the Cloak of Shadows. It's not a great item. He's probably going to just sell it. He should be able to creep this out, no problem. Get level 2, get a nice item. Looking for claws or something along those lines. It might be a circlet, but circlet's something that is pretty decent as well on a Blade Master. It is going to be the circlet. His other grunt's coming out. He should be starting that tech any second here. Level 2 on that Archmage. He has the Slippers and he has the Circle of Nobility. Not all around the best items, but it allows him to tank a little bit more, give him a little bit more stats. Not really much more than that. Looks like he might be trying to clear this Sasquatch, which is weird, or just go after the green camp. Or 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm not sure. Grunt's trying to take down the same camp, the little green camp. Not a tech going from what's his nuts, Trail. So this is really weird. He's going for the expansion, and I'm not entirely sure if I ever agree with humans expanding against Orc. I really think that's a negative thing to happen, but I guess he isn't. He is using it to scout. Okay. So he is teching. There is a tech, and it's about an even tech right now. I think the Orc is like 4 seconds ahead, 5 seconds ahead. Level 3 on that Archmage, meaning those water elementals are going to be golden for him. Baza, that's sort of a nightmare for any type of Orc player to get that quick level 3 on that Archmage. No type of denial, nothing like that. He is checking for expansions. He ain't finding it. He's trying to creep jack, and of course a green camp mine would be plausible, but probably not likely on this map. He is trying to get level 3, and of course when he does get level 3, he's going to go in and try to get some burrow steals, let alone that it's way too early to stop the tech, the tier 2 buildings. But he can prolong getting units, and he can prolong of course, if repair's going down or if burrowing's happening, the Orc is losing resources. He's even pulling from the gold. So just to show you how much gold and lumber he's wasting, he's not only not mining at the moment, he is also repairing, which is taking up resources. So it's all negative right here for BaZa. Even if he does get some kills, the experience isn't going to be enough. Now, of course, a level 3 Blade Master can become scary, and he definitely should get level 3 after this creep camp. He is reconstructing that burrow, which is an excellent thing to have happen. Trail did, like I said, that little bit of engagement really helped him. In let me check out the resources here for BaZa. So BaZa is actually, yeah, he's pretty slack right now in terms of resources. He's going to either have to grab that Shadow Hunter, or he's going to have to put down his buildings. He cannot get both. He can either get one or the other. Which should he do? So he is going for the buildings first. Boom. Boom. He is grabbing the buildings first because it looks like he is still a little supply block, so he didn't really have a choice in the matter. But he will grab that hero as soon as he can because the burrows have been constructed. So like I said, just that little bit of delay makes a big difference. Now you can get your arcanes up. He's double building, 2 peasants on both arcanes. Lumber mill being constructed. So I'm wondering if this is just going to be a late sky push. I mean, why else would you have that lumber mill? You're not grabbing like knights or anything. What are you doing? You've got to be doing some sort of sky push. It's just going to be a little late because these buildings are up. And by the time you get your units out, which it's just going to be a tad late. The Blade Master can get in here, but there is a, I almost called him Mortal Kombat. There is a Mountain King. I can't believe I almost called him Mortal Kombat. Alright, so I'm not sure what Trail's doing here. I don't know why he's back way over here. I think that he saw that Windwalk and he's thinking, oh, that Blade Master is going to start coming in here. If I can get in my base, he can get in my base. But it looks like there is going to be a push here. He has a couple Sorceress out. Spellbreakers. That is very absurd, to say the least, that he's going Spellbreakers this early. He has enough footmen to tank. All you need is about 4 with Defend. And you should be getting at least a couple Priests or something like that. Level 2 Windwalk, so that Windwalk is taking forever. He is obviously spotting this push, and he is taking down 1 peasant right now. He is being slowed with that Windwalk and perhaps the Boots of Speed, allowing him to just still take down units here. Peasants out of militia form already. So it's already a very bad push for Melonhead here, Trail. But he's still trying to go for this push. Spellbreakers are here, so he can perhaps steal if that's what he's looking to do. I think he might need tier 3 for spell steal. Or am I tripping? I don't know. Sorceress being focused, not slowing down that Blade Master. I think that's a bad decision. You should be slowing down that Blade Master if nothing else. Blade Master in a little bit of trouble, but easily able to Windwalk out of there. Not upgrading the guard tower yet. And like I said, those priests were a lot more important than those Spellbreakers. Those Spellbreakers aren't doing any damage here. I mean, look at the damage. 13 to 15, I don't think that was the unit for you at this point. You need that unit to block the casters from getting hit. Wow. So a lot of slow outside of his base causes the teleport to happen. Had to teleport out. Was able to take down that guard tower. No real big issue. No big problem here. There is Lightning Shield here. He could be casting it right here and disrupting having a lot of problems going on for this Orc. He should be casting that. I mean, I wonder. Okay, still no priests. So I'm really confused here on Trail's decision making. If you had priests, all your units would be up to full right now. Just terrible decision making right now from Trail. This is a fail and a half. If it was me, I would back out of here because you're not helping yourself here. Why did he cast Lightning Shield on the TC of all the units? Very bad decision making from Trail. Again, he should be backing up out of this. Not sure why he isn't. He's just feeding at this point. Just a very, very, very bad push here. Still getting Spellbreakers. Like, this is the unit for him right now. He needs priests. He needs sorceresses. Here come the priests. I do not understand what those Spellbreakers were really meant for. Just a block or something? Because if you're waiting for Spellbreakers to push, you know, you got to wait until, you know, your Mountain King's basically level 3. You know, you got to be creeping out the whole map. For your Sky Push, you don't need Spellbreakers. That was a really bad... I mean, that's 860 gold right there. 860 gold on units that don't matter. That is a fucking waste. Bad decision making. Very easy to repel that. Blademaster level 4. At this point, Orc is reaching that critical point where that Blademaster becomes out of control. And with that level 1 Mountain King, it should be coming out any second. Or is out and I don't see it. There's a little guy. There's a little dwarf. This Mountain King at level 1 isn't really doing much. And here comes that Blademaster, easily being able to destroy this Archmage, forcing the teleport. Finally getting those priests though, but maybe...
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh shit. Sorry. Took a little break there because I heard some device disconnect and I was hoping it wasn't my audio device. So this is really not looking good again for Trail. I mean, level 4 Blademaster is one of those things that can just break your whole army. And without the proper micro here and no more priests to heal, this is really not looking good. Orc, he shouldn't have Stormbolt. Trail needs to take a lesson here in how to Sky Push, because he really fucked up there, and it's just his demise here, and he's just getting stomped. It is the end of the match. That GG is going to be any second now. Lightning Shield killing his own units and heroes. Terrible one-sided match. BaZa takes game 1 of a... should be a best of 3 here. So let's just skip right into that best of 3. It should be this one. Alright, welcome, cum guzzlers. We got BaZa11 versus tralmc04. Game 2. Quick Altar of Kings. Quick Altar of Storms. The good luck has been dropped. Very one-sided game 1. What's going to happen here could be anyone's type of thing. No Skype hack. Are they Skyping while playing? Sounds like nerds. Sounds like nerds. Alright, so here we go. We got typical build. If he does any type of push like he did last time, I am going to be really mad at Trail, because he's actually beaten me before, and if he can beat me, that push could have not beaten freaking, you know, a 40% player. That was a terrible push. Those Spellbreakers, I cannot believe he pushed so bad. I mean, that's like where you're golden against Orc, and you just made it look terrible. No offense, Trail, if you're watching this replay. Here we go. Good luck, have fun has finally been dropped by Trail. Perhaps a little bit of bad measure in terms of bad juju. Checking for that quick, fast scout here to see if his opponent's next to him. Same with BaZa. And BaZa knows that he's open to attack or harass or creep or do whatever he wants. His whole game opens at this point because of no close spawns. We have an idle peasant. There we go. And typical openings once again. Militia should be spotting where the orc base is, which is very valuable, especially if you're going to attempt to push again at tier 2 or at least try to stop the burrows. Easily going to be able to take down this peasant, no problemo. 25 experience already on that Blade Master, and you lost the peasant, so I don't know exactly why he just found where the base was and then back off, or what. Blade Master going to be closer to level 2. I'm not sure if he's going to take down this and get the item, because I believe you should be able to get level 2 now if you take down 2 of these creeps. Just 2, you might just take Ogre Warrior and then Forest Troll. Actually, he might just need to take down 1, but he's going to take down both. Should take down both. Yeah. Should take down this one because you're going to get the item. I guess he's just going to creep out the whole camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
And very late peasants. Or peons. Not sure what that's about. Quick expand. I'm going to assume this is a quick expand, a ninja expansion. If BaZa goes to scout after he gets level 2, this might be very, very crucial and bad, generally, for Trail. Like I said, in game 1, if a human expands against Orc, you're only screwing yourself. That much closer to level 3. If he just creeps out this green camp right here, he will get level 3. Grunt looking for where the human is. Very good scouting, and this is where the downfall happens. Sees this. Could kill that footman. Why not? That axe just totally annihilated that footman.
A player's forces are under attack.
They got some giant motherfucking axes, don't they? Look at that little fucker. Alright, the Windwalk is coming through. Very, very susceptible to Blade Masters. These peasants. They just drop like flies. And you're not going to be able to kill that Blade Master. He can pretty much, him and those grunts, not only take down everything here. Oh, that Archmage looks like in very rough shape. 2 footmen are not going to be able to take down a Blade Master. He needs to... There, the militia has been called. Footman is now out. BaZa just looking good here. He has plenty of mana. You do not expand against Orc. You just don't do it. It's a very, very high-risk thing. One Blade Master can one-shot your whole army. Not literally, but pretty much. And you cannot kill it until you get like a Mountain King or some sort of, you know, I don't know. Can't really do shit until you get like tier 2. So this is going to still go up. Should definitely invest in a lumber mill and more towers because, you know, that Blade Master is going to come back here with some grunts. And it's not going to be pretty. Finally, level 3 is going to happen on Trail's hero. Blade Master healing up, coming right back to stop this expansion. Why he isn't investing in towers. There we go. Very slowly. I mean, your 4 footmen and your Archmage isn't going to be able to repel this onslaught. But it looks like level 3 BaZa is backing off, which is very strange to me. I guess he's waiting for his tier 2. Should be popping out a hero here in a second. I mean, there's nothing stopping him. He has all the burrows up. And we're going to be so far from tier 2 for Trail. I mean, this is... The decision making from Trail is very bad. This is very, very bad decision making from Trail.
Player's forces are under attack.
And here comes the Tinker. The Tinker, I guess, is the unit here, or the hero. Blademaster basically running amok in this expansion here. Tower not hitting the right units here. Should be focusing the heroes. Trail is in very bad trouble. No militia being called, nothing to stop this. Finally hitting the right hero here. Now he cannot drop another pocket factory. Should be now focusing that Blademaster so he doesn't work up a windwalk. I mean, with the tower. There. Now he's in a lot better shape, but it's not set in stone. Like, this is great for him still. He is going to be able to keep this expansion, and that is excellent. But he's really feeding him at this point. I mean, and he cuts down the tree, which was probably not a good thing. Good. 3 guard towers and an arcane tower finally able to repel the Blademaster and Tinker. Guard tower going up in the main. Definitely need to block it off with the farm. So at this point it's looking better, but Orc has this thing called like Spellbreakers and stuff. And with the Spellbreakers, he probably can come in here. Might want a catapult. If Orc gets a couple catapults here, and Raiders with ensnare, then, you know, basically he's golden. Because he knows that the human is well away from his tier 2 units. And Trail stopped investing in footmen. Okay, here comes more footmen. I mean, he should have plenty of gold. What item did he get? Potion of Greater Mana on that Tinker. So you can expect Pocket Factory after Pocket Factory going down. More towers. Very smart. Again, I don't know why people would expand as human versus Orc. It doesn't make sense to me. Even if I've ever gotten an expansion up like this, you're still in really, really bad shape, in my opinion. Because if those catapults came right now, which should have happened, BaZa's slacking on the tech change. I hope he's not like a robot. He only goes specific units, but he shouldn't be because this Tinker here is not part of the norm. Trying to steal that Ogre Magi definitely does so. What item did he steal? He has the Ring of Regeneration, basically making his hero that much more tanky. And Trail, looking in very bad shape right now. I don't know why that... Okay, so he is going for Spellbreakers again, it looks like. Plenty of mana on that Spirit Walker. Probably getting another one. There he is. Still no catapult, so he isn't trying to push here as he should have. At this point, you should have always been punishing the expansion, but there's enough towers up, and with one masonry upgrade, there's plenty of towers now where you cannot do so without catapults. I mean, you need like a number of catapults. Going for an expansion of his own, which is very smart. I'm not sure. I actually think that... Oh, he is going Arcanes. I thought he was going to switch to Griffins. to be completely honest, I think it's a little late for your sorceresses and stuff like that. I think at this point, you should be going tier 3 and working up those griffins. Personally, I think that's what you should have been doing. Because there comes a point where you have way too many griffins for them to be like, whoa, look at all those griffins. And it's way too late to start getting bats at that point when you have a big number of griffins. I mean, obviously keep them in the back of your base, your buildings over here. There's no way for that orc army to reveal that on this map. There's no way. Well, unless you keep your base open. So BaZa's doing a little bit of scouting. Should be taken down. Okay, so he's focusing the Archmage. A lot of damage on that Archmage. I mean, what is he going to do? Wait until nighttime? Or daytime? Oh, he is going to hit him again. Forcing the teleport. Just really not looking good. Trail is just getting wrecked. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't realize how much of a bad decision he's making in what he's doing. He's getting the sorceresses. Again with the Spellbreaker. I mean, don't get me wrong. I almost always get Spellbreakers versus Orc. So don't get me wrong on that, but you know, you need a handful of sorceresses and priests before you can do that. Okay. Right. Alright, so BaZa is now mining off this mine. He already got 250 gold mined out of this mine. So he is already up in par with the human. BaZa already up to 60 supply. 69 for the human. More breakers, 1 priest. I don't know what his beef is against priests, but they're a really good unit. You can use it for dispel, you can use it for healing. I mean, that spirit link can be a pain in the ass. Don't you want to dispel that? Well, then again, you'll be dispelling your slow. That's true. Plus, those spell breakers can steal the link anyways. Never mind. I'm being a moron right now. 4-4 on BaZa's heroes. And he's going to catch these breakers. Ensnare's going to have to go down. There's the ensnares. Flank from the back. And he has a decent army at this point. Trail does. He should be able to win this, but the heroes on the Orc are pretty damn strong. Needs to microwave this priest. And then heal up. There we go. Blademaster is being... As much as BaZa's in trouble here, his Blademaster should have been able to kill that sorceress. Wow, Mountain King's already almost to level 3. Once he gets to level 3, we have an even game, but we do have Tauren. Tauren's now the unit. Tauren, the problem with Tauren in this matchup is the slow. You can kite those Tauren and they take extra damage from magic. So I'm not entirely sure if Tauren's the right decision in this matchup. There's definitely other units you should have been having here. Again, those catapults. If you had those raiders and catapults and stuff, and breakers and stuff, you would be. I mean, Kodo's obviously one of the best units in the game, in my opinion. But Tauren, man, that's a very expensive unit. I mean, unless you get like 4 or 5 of them, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to really, really get these units. Those catapults could have been doing a lot of damage to those priests and sorceresses, and once you get those out of the way, all you're left with are 14 damaged units. I mean, which are only there basically to tank. Because they have 600 health, 7 armor. They're pretty much there to tank. Going for another expansion attempt. We still have units in weird places from Trail. Slow's now going down. What did I see right here? That's what we were looking for. That catapult. This game would have been over 20 minutes ago if that catapult just started coming out 20 minutes ago. But here we go. Catapults. Tauren. Pushing forward here with the Tauren. Very tanky unit, that Tauren. But again, it does take extra damage from magic. As you can see, when focused, it actually goes down one by one pretty easily. I mean, of course, it takes a while, but it goes down pretty easily. High levels now on both sides. Should try to micro. I know there's an orb there. Now here we go with one more Tauren. Again, those Tauren are good units. Don't get me wrong. But you need them in mass. You shouldn't be fighting them one-on-one like this unless you have the advantage like this. Now the catapult is I think that catapult's the game changer. Oh, Blade Master does go down. Level 5, creating a lot more experience for that human. Should be revived from the tavern. I mean, he should have the resources. Definitely has the resources. Revive that unit. Again, those sorceresses with that slow tear these Tauren apart. Getting back that Blade Master, which is good, but here we go. Initiate still on the sorceresses. Once you saw those Tauren, you should be trying to go to get polymorph, because once you get polymorph on these Tauren, that really fucks them up. MK gonna go down to the hands of the Blade. Level 5 on the Tinker. That should make level 3 Pocket Factory. More breakers coming. Starting to get in really bad positions here as the human, should do a little bit of repairing, at least throw a few peasants on that to repair. A little bit of kiting going on for Trail. Trying to take down that Kodo. That Kodo trying to back off. Of course, the slow is really causing problems here. Another good tech change, but again, just having one of these units aren't going to do much. Level 5, and here we go with that, at this point, what are we going here? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how many Tauren you need. You need a lot of Tauren. Those Headhunters are a very good unit. However, at 70 supply, which he is right now, is very good, but I don't think it's as much as that human's going to be with all these resources. What is he doing in the back here? He has Arcane still up. Towers. A third Arcane Sanctum. Here we go with the battle. That Tauren taken in front should have been focused, but actually those casters are focusing the wrong units again. Blade slowed, trying to focus down that Archmage. Archmage going back to get a level 3 crit in the face. And he's definitely going to lose this because he was just in bad position after bad position, not focusing the real units he should have been. Going all the way back, I just missed that for you guys. Go all the way back to get BaZa to get his level 6 by slaying that Archmage. That's one thing you should do as a human. When you have a low hit point, Archmage or hero or units and stuff, get him the fuck back. Get him someplace that that could not be focused with that Blade Master as soon as possible. Because as soon as you teleport, what Blade Masters do is they windwalk straight for your base.
A town is under siege.
Not to mention you probably should have TP'd over here, but I understand why you didn't, because you realize that 300 plus critical strike hits you and your hit points just went in half with one hit and you just had to teleport out of there. I get it. Now these Tauren are in critical mass. 3 Tauren, I believe there's another one coming. I thought there was another one coming. Another catapult. So it looks like the orc is prevailing here. Just again, just making little dumb mistakes. 4 Tauren, about to get his 5th. I mean, this is that critical mass where you should have had, should be going for Polymorph. I mean, that's my natural remedy to Tauren, because that will make him have to buy more Spirit Walkers. And he has no Spirit Walkers right now. No Spirit Walkers. 80 food, 1 Spirit Walker. So that would have to be using Disenchant after Disenchant after Disenchant, and he doesn't get Brilliance Aura like your Sorceress does. With all these Sorceresses, you should be spamming Polymorph on these fucking Tauren. And with Polymorph on those Tauren, that's GG. I mean, then what are you fighting against? Just the heroes? A couple Headhunters and a few Raiders? Well, those Tauren are the bulk of the army right now. Not sure what was going on there. Alright, so it looks like another expansion attempt. Human needs to do something at this point. If he's not going to get Polymorph, if he's not going to...
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, and the Blade Storm through all those casters. Getting wrecked. Anal wrecked. What is this? Did I see a Tome of Retraining? He is retrained to Blizzard. Blizzard, very, 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 very important in this matchup to change at this point. There is a Paladin out, so that MK could get healed. Very, very good to switch this Tier 3, because only thing that really beats Tier 3 is Tier 3. Should be putting a heal on those Knights. Very, very smart, but however, I don't think it's as smart as trying to get that Polymorph, because now all your units are done. Those Tauren have went to town. If you continue Blizzard perhaps 1 to 2 more times, all those units go down, but there is now level 6 on the Tinker, and it looks like you're done. Killing a couple Tauren, like I said, that's very, very, that's what you want to do. Slow them down. It looks like Paladin did go down as well. And that Archmage. What? The fuck was that about? Tinker should be tanking. You can easily go in there. Not exactly sure what this was for. Was it for... Come on, dude. Yeah, Orc is just looking too powerful at this point, and I have to believe that this human is pretty much done. He's not getting back his Paladin. Come on, Stormbolt! Okay, so an Archmage for a level 7 Blade Master. I think that human wants that, but however, his Mountain King wasn't received experience due to being last shot by that guard tower.
Player's forces are under attack.
Peasants going throughout the map here. Now this is something that probably should have been dealt with a long time ago by the human. But he's just never... That's the problem with expanding. Your heroes become weaker, and I gotta imagine the GG has to be dropped any second now. His main mine is out. This mine only has 1,400 gold, and he doesn't have any units. He has 39 food. BaZa has 68 food. At this point, you gotta be like, I give up. Still have all those Tauren. I gotta get back my Archmage, which is gonna take forever. And you have a mine as well. and you might be expanding more mines. That looks to be exactly what's going to happen here. A little cheeky. Obviously, we all saw that the peasants were running. I'm not sure what that MK thinks he's going to do here. I mean, this is that point where you got to be like, yeah, at this point, there's nothing you can do. GG's dropped. All in all, I'd say BaZa played to expectation, while Trail really trailed behind. He didn't make the right decisions in both games. In game 1, just a very bad decision with that sky push. Just didn't know how to do it or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how much success he has with 2 Spellbreakers and 2 Sorceresses. But just a very bad push, which really just put him behind. And then he goes for the expansion against Orc, which I don't know if there's a rule book what to do and what not to do. I need to write it for Warcraft 3, because there's things like that you just don't do. You do not expand against Orc at decent level. I mean, at a noob level, like 1 versus 1 ladder on like BattleNet, yeah, you can probably get away with shit like that, but not versus anybody who has roughly the right idea of how to play the game, how the meta works. There's just things you don't do like that. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed BaZa kicking tralmc's ass. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned always for more content.